Internet, our demonic and supernatural overlords would like to welcome you to the newly cursed town of Kurouzu, a beautiful monochrome community that is redefining what it means to go insane. We want your stay to be less about rest and relaxation, and more about the ever-present cycle we are all trapped in. All of our homes are designed with uniqueness in mind, like an individual's fingerprints. And with all the spontaneous events and clean parks, your children will definitely find something to take up their time. You and your family will explore the mountains and the wilderness, take in the salty sea air on the beach, and maybe, just maybe, you will be invited to tour the town's iconic lighthouse. So what are you waiting for? Sign that dotted line and join the ever-growing Kurouzu family. And trust us when we say, you'll never want to leave. If this is your kind of content, I would appreciate a like and a sub.
Let's get it.
Episode 1 wastes no time. I thought we were just going to see the beginning of all the spiral buffoonery. Instead, we watch the total meltdown of a family and challenge our concept of reality. First, we are introduced to what I assume are our two main characters, Kiri and Shuichi. Just two run-of-the-mill students. Nothing creepy here. Now, Shuichi has been noticing his father has become more and more obsessed with the images of spirals. So much so he can no longer eat or bathe comfortably without one. This only drives more worry into Shuichi and his mother to the point that Shuichi just wants to bail. Omi has a small panic attack and dips. When Kiri gets home, who does she see chilling with her father? You're goddamn right, it's Shuichi's dad! And he's totally fine. Homie wants to commission another spiral project like it was fan art of his D&D party. Next, we're introduced to one of Kiri's friends, Azumi, and she has also been cursed by the spiral, starting from the scar in her forehead. And here is where we begin to reinforce the idea of the spirals being able to draw people in. We'll get a clearer picture of why this is happening for Azumi specifically later in the episode, so just hang out for now. All you need to know is that spirals have a form of power. For Azumi, this manifests as all the boys are attracted to her, all except for one, Shuichi, who almost immediately realizes that this chick is bad news. So what does he do? What he does best. Grab Kiri and bail. Works like a charm, but we know this isn't the end for our battle-scarred maiden. Moving forward, Kiri ends up dropping off the commission bowl for Shuichi's father, only for him to tell her that he doesn't need it anymore. He starts showing off his cool new spiral powers, causing Kiri to scream and blue skidoo. We also see that Shuichi's father ordered something else. Something big. We cut to Shuichi running into Azumi, and she begins to profess her love for him because he's the only dude to ignore her. Never trust the hoe. Shuichi gets his spidey sense again, and Azumi reveals that her scar has begun to grow into the shape of a spiral. Shuichi tries to warn her to leave town before it gets worse, and once again pulls his signature move. The next scene is a funeral for Shuichi's dad. We watch the furnace do his thing, and Shuichi's dad rises into the sky in a cloud of black smoke. We hear from Shuichi that he and his mother found his father's body coiled up in a tub with all of his bones broken. He had finally become a part of the spiral. Remember when I said that they burned his body and it drifted into the sky? That's not hyperbole. Shuichi's dad is literally in the sky now, and he's loving it. Shuichi's mom has a mental breakdown, so they ship her off to the hospital. After that, Kiri runs into Azumi on the road, and we get a glimpse of the scar now, with a little help from a friendly whirlwind, and it's now a spiraling hole in her head. Great! Kiri brings it up, and Azumi pulls a card from Shuichi's deck and plays bail. Back at the hospital, Shuichi's mother is not having a good time. The mere sight of a spiral shape can send her into hysterics, while Azumi runs into a fanboy who says the magical words and she puts on her scheming face. The next day at school, Azumi is a no-show, and Doughboy rolls through late to class completely soaked. He gets clowned and then questioned on why he doesn't use an umbrella or the fact that he only seems to come to class when it's pouring out. All the homie can say in response is, sorry. We start to get the hints that maybe there's something supernaturally wrong with our slow bro, but because the other children don't see these hints, they do what any stereotypical hotshot would do. Bully him! They drag his naked butt out into the hallway for all to see, and the bully is dying laughing. But when everyone sees something that really shouldn't be there, the laughing stops. A spiral pattern taking over the dude's back. And I think it moves! We move back to Shuichi, Kiri, and his mother, who now almost wear covering clothing to make sure a spiral is not in sight. You need gloves on your hands and a hat on your head. Mama Bear took it upon herself to get rid of her hair, and for her fingerprints, well, every time I see the scene, I can't help but go, no, stop! Ah! Shuichi lets us know that his mother isn't getting better. Anytime she sees a spiral, she descends into madness and sees the contorted body of her husband calling out to her to join him. Getting close to the end of the episode, we follow Kiri down a low-lit alleyway, only to stumble upon Azumi. And instead of telling you just what happens, why don't we play everyone's favorite game show? How fucked is she? Now, contestants, this will be a multiple choice question to the question of how fucked is she? Is the answer A, not fucked at all, B, slowly unfucking her situation, C, just as fucked as she was before, or D, oh dear God, please stop? If you answered D, congrats! I said the same thing. Her eyeball literally flushes to the back of her head. Kiri freaks and old half-head walks off. We cut back to Shuichi and the dude Azumi conscribed at the park, waiting for who Shuichi thinks is Kiri. Too bad for him, it's Azumi. She walks up, still trying to spit her game at Shuichi. The other homie realizes he's been played, and they get sucked inside of her head. Told you there was a reason she felt people were drawn to her. Kiri shows up later, assuming she chased after Azumi, to find Shuichi in a tree. Get down from now! Azumi's condition ends her existence. Nothing is left but an imprint of her legs. And after all of that, we get the wonderful line that shit is just getting started. What? Insane. Talk about a strong opener. What do you guys think? You gonna check out this series or lock yourself in a panic room until the season is over? Let me know in the comments. I'll catch you in the next one. Later!